Well, now, it's unfortunate or fortunately, I'm the one who is telling you this information. And on this channel, I love speaking the truth and I love busting the bubbles and just, you know what? I believe I would rather hurt you with the truth than comfort you with a lie. Let me tell you one secret. It's not getting better economically in 2025. By the way, some of you are even feeling the heat of the economy right now as we speak in 2024. I know someone will be like, "Hey, Joseph, you're talking about 2025. We're already hitting we already feeling the heat right now. What exactly do we do? Listen, see, let's just focus a little bit of last year, 2023. See, when the year started, you had a very big hope and you had written a lot of resolutions. Some of you did achieve your resolution. Some of you never achieved your resolutions. And by the way, I know me and you, we can agree on this. Most of the people don't achieve their New Year's resolution. People bank on hope and hope and hope. Let me show you how sometimes life can be discouraging and you end up not achieving anything in your life. Okay? Let me just show you what we call the curve of frustration. All right? So here you are. This is January 1st of any given year. January 1st. Okay? So when you're starting a new year, new month, and that's why you find people posting new things on the startup WhatsApp when a new month starts. All right? Oh, the great month is a what? All that is hope. This is a great year or whatever. 2, 3, 1, new year and all those kind of things. Those are hopes. And this is what we say. Hope is a good breakfast, but is a poor dinner. What does it mean? Start with hope. There's nothing wrong with you starting with hope. But you see, between the hope, that is the breakfast hope, let's say January 1st, it is the breakfast, all right? It is the breakfast. It is the starting of anything. Let's say on this regard, we are talking in the starting of the year. Or so do we say from the Gregorian calendar. Now, here we are, you have hope. All right. I want to start a business. I want to start doing what? Savings. I want to shake off some of my bad characters in terms of consumer mindset. I want to go ahead and I want to lose weight. You get what I'm saying about that? So now what happens? You're starting with hope. Why? Because you're being guided by the start of the year. There's nothing wrong. Right now, you can decide to make see, there is something wrong with majority of the people. Why? They tend to associate new things with the start of a new year. You get what I'm saying? So you can decide. And this is how these people, we call them the procrastinators. They say, I will do, they never do. So at the beginning of the new year, most of the people tend to think that is a great thing, the beginning of great things. So right now, as you're making this video, I'm making this video on the 5th or the 6th of April. So the 2024. The question is this. You can decide from today, 6th of April, to the next year, 6th of April. That's my year. 365 days gone. You can decide to do it now. So you don't have to wait to 2025 and say like, I think I missed the point. Okay, fine. I'm going to pick it up at, for example, say maybe you have watched that video that I made when this year was starting. Hey, let's go ahead and get ourselves into a challenge of saving 100,000. Maybe you didn't manage to watch that video. Maybe you have known me today as Good Joseph. And then you watch that video and be like, just started. No problem. I'll catch up next year. No, do it now. So if you're banking on hope at the beginning, there is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong. All right? If you see a small kid doing mistakes when they are young, we don't get any problem. We correct them as the time goes. But what if you see an adult? When I say an adult, is obviously a grown-up person above 18 years is regarded as an adult all over the world. So when you see them doing what the kid does, we get frustrated. Remember, we started with hope. Now we are ending with hope. Now that's what we call the curve of frustrations. Now here we are. We move along. Guess what? Until now we hit the day 365. Day 365. All right. And then here it's called that first of deck. And here you are. In between the first time you develop the hope, until this particular point now, you still have the hope. Why? You didn't incorporate any sacrifice here. There was no any sacrifice. There was nothing like delayed gratification. Delayed gratification here. Delayed gratification, it means, okay, fine, I can afford to live in a house worth 30,000 a month. But just because I can afford, does it mean I should? No, I shouldn't. Let's just me live in that 20,000 one. The 10,000 I can invest it. Guess what? I can afford to take my kids into 100,000 school fees. But I'll struggle a little bit. It will be a little bit tough for me. I may not be able to survive. But if I was to take them, maybe let's say for a 70,000, Kenyan shilling at the end of the month or semester or term or whatever you guys call it, they're still gonna get a good quality education. Maybe far from what I got. Okay, it is not that I wish, even by the way, I do support you. You can even take your kids to a 1 million a month. I support that. Quality education, amazing. Mwah. I support it 100%. But you're struggling, you cannot survive it. You're just doing it because you want to compete yourself with the fellow neighbors and all those kind of things. Recently, you financed a car to take you from work to and fro, doing nothing. That money, maybe you could have channeled to do something else. You get what I'm saying. Let not the society control what you do. Do not make dreams and hopes when societies are making the dreams. Make them yours by yourself alone. Whatever you're doing, the thing, right? Guess what? See now, in between the first hope, that is the breakfast hope, and the last hope or the evening hope, which is end of the year, for example, if you function per year, this is good hope, this is a bad hope. You get what I'm saying? Because when you do get this kind of a hope, you'll be like, okay, fine, it just happened, I didn't do it, fine, no problem. Then you create another hope at the beginning of the next day, because now this is the last day. You create another hope. I can do this, I can make this, I can make this. Then you behave the same, no change, no nothing, no nothing. You watch me, you never take any action, you do nothing, all right? You're banking on, maybe the government will do good in terms of the economies. Maybe the wheat flour will go all the way to 10 shillings or 20 shillings or something. Also, maybe by me, virtue of me electing the different person, maybe economies will do good. Maybe I'll get off the MP whom I have right now because I think that's why I'm suffering. Maybe I'll get the next. You get what I'm saying? You're banking on other people's or whatever. For example, let me ask a very simple question. Let's take a head of any given president of any given country. Let's assume this is the president of any given country. You get what I'm saying? So tell me who surrounds this guy. First of all, you never finance this president to be the president. All right, you never send them any money, you never give them any car, you never did anything. All right, now the point is this guy has the brothers, has the sisters, has the wife, has the brothers and sisters-in-law, has the uncles, has the aunties, has the neighbors, has the people who finance the guy, has the friends. Before they reach you, my friend, it is years, and probably they'll never even reach you. By the time they think about you, everybody who surrounds them, they have already eaten, they are full. And by the way, this is not a reflection of Africa only, it's a reflection of globally. That's what happens. And that's when you start complaining, oh, the rich don't pay tax, oh, I don't know what happens. You don't play any part in these guys becoming the president. The only way you can benefit from them being the president is when you play a role inside there. And by the way, let me tell you one secret. This has never changed since even the time of the Jesus, and back then in years and years has never changed. It's a character that they inherit. And we can never blame them. Even you, when you become them, you still do the same. There is no, for example, let's say you are called David and you're watching me. Okay? And then you get the presidency. Will you think about good Joseph first, or will you think about your brothers and the sisters and the neighbors, those people who are, loyal to you when you're vying for the presidency? You get what I'm saying? There's a fact and there's a reality. So the point is this, I'm not saying they're overly useless. No, they are great people. Our country is great in terms of, hey, maybe security or something of sort. But anyway, let's not even think about them. Let's assume that they don't exist. Respect them. Even the Bible says respect the authority. Let's assume they don't exist. Be responsible of your life. That's what you get. Make sure that you plan it right now. Don't bank on 2025 being the best year in terms of the economies. Yeah, I know the central banks of any given country will give reports we are doing better economically, our economy grew by 5%, but you cannot feel it. We grew by 10%. We cannot feel it. You see, some people say, hey, guess what? For example, in Kenya, dollar is going down. People are saying at the ground there, we don't feel it. Things are not going down. But anyway, truly, in Kenya, at least, things are a little bit going down. Come on, let's give a credit where it's due. Anyway, the point is this. So at that particular point, you don't even know what you're doing, and you do not even have what we call a substantive backup about your life. And then you're saying on 2025 again, perhaps maybe things gonna be better. Perhaps maybe things gonna be better. What are you doing right now? Are you controlling the controllables? What exactly are you doing to control the controllables? See, when I say control the controllables is this. Right now, what are you doing exactly? Yeah, you are getting 25,000 at the end of the month. What are you doing with that 25,000? Are you eating all of it? Perhaps maybe you're living an expensive life that you can afford. What if you're to shake a little bit about your lifestyle and maybe salvage 2 or 3,000? If you're to salvage 3,000 a month, that is at 6,000. You put that money in an MMF, that is 40 Gs. 40K, maybe say you have a quote-unquote idle wife, meaning a wife that is not working somewhere. You can decide, take the 40K, go start a business somewhere. You have created another source of income. Let's say that business gives you only 200 a day. 200 a day, that gives you like 72,000 at the end of the year. And then you have continuously that amount of, like 2, 3, 4, 5 years. By the time this guys are coming for the second round of the election, you people, you have already salvaged yourself out there. That's a reality. That's why I told you guys, wealth is intentional. Richness is intentional. It does not happen just like that. It is intentional. As we work, show up every day. You never miss the lucky day. That's a reality. That's a fact. For example, when I was making these videos, you people didn't even know me. You are not even watching my videos. All right, you get what I'm saying? Because most of the people, when you're starting up, you upload a video, nobody watches again and again and again and again, a whole week, a whole month, a whole 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to 1 year. You feel like you cannot quit up. You quit. Okay? You don't do that. You keep on showing up every day until you make yourself a name. For example, when you're starting up, YouTube does not even push your name. For example, if today you don't have a YouTube account, you go upload one video, YouTube doesn't even know you. You get what I'm saying? They cannot even push your content because they don't know you. And you cannot blame them. But the moment you make yourself a substantive individual, they can know, hi, this is an individual worth pushing out there. So the point is this, it's going to be tough. It has been tough, will always be tough. Continuously, that's a fact. Even during the time of Jesus, whoever becomes the president, whoever have ever been the president, there will be people who are complaining. Even if today everything and the cost of living was to be cut in half, still we're going to have people who are complaining. That's a fact, that's a reality. So do not bank on next year. Say, hey, probably going to be the best, so you can squander the money that you're getting. No, behave. And that's what I always tell people, live in a paranoid life, kind of a life. Just behave as if something going to happen. Behave as if an emergency can happen. That's a reality. And this is what I always tell people. For example, maybe you are lucky this year, you got employed. Maybe you are earning 10,000. All of a sudden, boom, you have 50, you have 60, you have 200. Don't think this is high time to change your life, like you upgrade your life very quickly and you rush and getting yourself in a certain club that you cannot afford. For example, maybe you are the first person who got lucky in your family. You get what I'm saying? You have a lot of people looking at you. And then all of a sudden, you've got into a club of people who maybe came from a family where they have wealth. Even if they were to squander everything, they'll still go back to their home. You yourself, you've come to a family whereby if you become lucky, for God's sake, your sister will eat. If you become lucky and wealthy, for God's sake, your small brother will eat and drink from you. And you, one day, you're going to leave blessings to those people. Behave like that. Let's always know where we have come from. You get what I'm saying? So that way you can actually have the motivation and the urge and the zeal to keep on pushing and achieving that great. Or if you're relating to those people on the purposes of growing, that's best. But if you're relating with those people on the purposes of enjoying yourself and squandering your money and all those that is not a good thing. It's not a wise decision to do. And then you're banking on the 2025. Come on, let's warm up for the new year, believing like, hey, guess what? It can be the worst. What if we go to the 2025 and another COVID-19 comes in? How can you salvage yourself from that? How prepared are you? You get what I'm saying? What if maybe we go to the next year and something happened just crazily in terms of maybe, let's say, we were told again, go back to your homes and close door and nobody gets out? How can you survive? You get what I'm talking about? So it's always good to make sure that at least you have that a working plan, have a consistency, have a discipline, sacrifice in between the breakfast hope and the evening hope that is there at the end of the year, at the end of the period, at the end of the goal, or when you're hitting that specific goal. That way, when we make those baby steps progressively, that's how we develop, that's how we grow, and that's how we actually go ahead and don't only be good to ourselves, but also we leave legacy that can be copied and people can say, hey, guess what? The time of that guy when he was living, it was the best moment. We can borrow a leaf, and that way we glorify the name of the Lord. For now, it's a goodbye. Don't forget, my number is on the description of this specific video. Pick it up, shoot me a call. We can talk about that. And by the way, don't forget again, on the comment section, leave your comment to tell me where you're watching me from. And again, don't forget as well, like this video. See you there.